and welcome into the live broadcast of the Sterling Powder Puff between class of 2023 and class of 2024. You can see both teams meeting in the middle with the officials. I'm Jay Clark, joined by Connor Strauss for tonight's contest. Seniors in pink, juniors in black. For the 8 p.m. kickoff, we talked about the weather. It is 64 degrees out. Beautiful night at 8 p.m. Sun is supposed to set just after kickoff at 8:11. So a fun powder puff under the lights.
Couldn't ask for better weather tonight. I mean, just a beautiful night for some football.
Well said, Connor. I couldn't have said it better myself. It is a gorgeous night. Seems as though the wind is blowing slightly from our left to right, so towards the tennis courts.
So, yeah. Wind shouldn't be too much of a factor, though, tonight. It's not heavy winds. And it looks like trying to see which team is receiving the ball first.
And some interesting rules that we have here. So both teams, the length of the field is from 20-yard line to 20-yard line. The first play of scrimmage will always be at the 25-yard line. You only get 3 downs to advance to the 50-yard line for a first down. Downs reset until there's a touchdown scored. After the touchdown, what's interesting is extra points are worth different amounts from different lengths for a field goal. There's no defense on any of the extra points. From the 5-yard line, it's worth 1 point. From the 15-yard line, it's worth 2 points. And from the 25-yard line, it's worth 3 points. So kicking seems to be a major factor here in the powder puff.
And one thing to point out, I was talking to my dad, who's one of the coaches for the class of 23. He said Devin Byrne was kicking field goals and easily hitting them from 50 yards. So it's going to be a factor for seniors. So, correction, Devin Byrne will not be kicking field goals for the class of 23. So I forgot.
Just about ready for kickoff. And it looks like the juniors will have the ball first on their own 25.
It actually looks like the seniors will have the ball first. There's no kickoff.
We are underway. Maya Dunnings, the quarterback for the seniors, in the shotgun motion. And an end around here for the seniors. That's Layla Solomon in motion. Solomon, flag is taken off. And that's a big first play there for the seniors.
You can't ask for a better start to the game for the seniors. I mean, you motion.
Big run by senior Layla Solomon.
Gets the first down with ease.
Yeah, just one play into this drive, and they're already into enemy territory.
So first and goal here for the seniors.
Just a well-drawn-up play. Nice block in there by the offensive line.
And that's got to be an advantage for the team that gets the ball first. They have that play drawn up from all these practices. They know what they're going to run that first play.
Here is Tully. Tully trying to make a move. Nice play there by Bridget Dixon to hold it to a minimal gain.
She's actually going to lose 3 yards on that play. So
Catherine Toll.
So loss of 3 for the seniors on that play.
Yeah, and after the big first explosive play, bit of a setback there for the seniors. Nice comeback by the juniors.
Yeah, seniors were, their bench that was going crazy after that first play seems to have quieted down a lot, though.
Second down, Dunnings in the shotgun. And they got to move the line of scrimmage back. Snap, Dunnings looking. Fires. And it is dropped. Chance for an interception there for the juniors, but it'll result in a third down. And I believe, looking at the rule book, there are only 3 downs or the ball. So, yeah, this is pretty much fourth and goal, or else the ball is going to get turned over. So the seniors got to draw something up here.
Juniors are in prevent defense on this play. Ball is snapped. It's a trick play. There's a flag down.
So right now, as it stands, it looks like it'll be a touchdown for the seniors, but there is a flag down on the play.
False start is the call. So seniors will get another shot at it.
False start on the seniors.
False start on the seniors there, so that's a tough one as Layla Solomon ran it all the way into the end zone. Some of the defensive coaches, Tim Edis, Ensar Yagmerkaya, and Anthony Mudre, hustle out to discuss it with one of the officials. So it's 3rd and goal now, backed up. They're in their own territory, and a promising start for these seniors now results in them being way backed up. They got to pull something deep out of the bag of tricks here just on their first drive.
Seems the run game has been working for them to start, but you can't go to it here. You got to get in the end zone.
Less than 11 minutes in this first quarter. Dunnings motions. Now goes back. Snap to Dunnings. Pitch to Solomon. Solomon past the 50. And is flagged down by Bridget Dixon yet again. So that'll be a turnover on downs for the seniors. Nice defensive showing from Bridget Dixon on that drive.
Yeah, and that is definitely not the start that the seniors want. You know, you get the ball first, you're trying to bring the energy into your bench and set a tone for the game, and it's not what you wanted there.
So now the offense trots out for the juniors.
Run by Layla Solomon, stop by Bridget Dixon.
Juniors in the huddle.
That will be a turnover on downs.
So the juniors will get the ball. Clock is still running. 9:42 remains in this first quarter. Ball is going to be put all the way back on the 25. And the juniors are about to have their first possession on offense. And Connor, we know they've been practicing their plays in all of study hall for the past probably 2 weeks preparing for this powder puff.
Usually the first play is a trick play because you've been drawing it up. You've had 2 weeks to think about it. So, let's see what they go with.
Conway is in the shotgun. Coleman now trots up to the line of scrimmage. Conway takes the snap, is looking, fires downfield, and it is bobbled around and dropped.
Incomplete pass by Lola Conway.
Nice throw there by Conway, just nobody able to come down with it. Bounced off of not one but two receivers' hands there.
So far for both teams, the passing game hasn't been working. They've been finding all their offense on the ground.
So it'll be a second down. 2 more plays to get to that 50-yard line. And no yards amounted from that first incomplete pass from Conway. Conway's in the shotgun. Coleman to the right. Takes the snap. Looking. Pump fakes. Fires out to the flat to Coleman. That is caught. And a nice play there by the seniors' defense. So a minimal gain of about 5 yards brings up a 3rd and long for the junior offense.
So what do you think they do here?
Well, you got to pass. You got to get to the 50 at least. And I just think it's interesting how both of these offenses have taken a different approach. First play for the seniors was a trick play, and then they tried to keep the ball on the ground. The juniors' first 2 plays have been airing it out. Not much success for either side to this point. Nevertheless, 3rd down, 7:25 remains. Conway looking, fires a pass over the middle. It is intercepted. Gianna Perez with the interception, and Coleman
Pass is intercepted by
flags it down. But a big takeaway there and a big momentum shift for the seniors.
This year so far, and compared to past years for Powder Puff, we have not seen much offense.
Been a defensive battle to this point. Now the second drive on offense for the seniors. Seniors in the huddle. And because of that interception, they'll get the ball in enemy territory around the 40. Here's the setup. Here's Dunnings. Fakes the handoff to Tully, now looking. And a fire that is incomplete, almost intercepted by Morgan Sims.
pass for Maya Dunnings.
A lot of trick plays by the seniors so far.
.550 remaining. It is 2nd down and goal on the 40 for the seniors. If you're just joining us, we're in a 0-0 contest between the seniors and the juniors. Both have had a drive on offense now. The seniors looking to capitalize. Papa snaps. And a handoff to Perez. Perez looking to get to the outside. Perez takes a tumble there towards the end of the play.
Run by John Perez. Flag got by Bridget Dixon.
Dixon with another flag taken there.
So far, we've seen Gianna Perez be very productive on the offensive side.
So now a 3rd and goal here. Seniors got to score. Only 3 downs in this Powder Puff game. Dunnings takes the snap, is looking. Juniors come with a blitz, pass is fired and dropped. And so that will result in a turnover on downs. Junior defense stands strong once again there.
Seniors-
4:20 remaining as the juniors will get the ball now.
Seniors still don't have a completed pass on offense so far. So especially in the air game, juniors have been able to lock it down.
On downs.
Junior offense looking for success. They found nothing but 5 yards in their first time out. So Laurel Conway looking to rally the troops. And now they are set. Conway, hand off to Dixon. Dixon breaks it out to the outside. Dixon still on her feet. Dixon racing on the near sideline and is finally flagged down at around the 40-yard line. Big run there for the juniors.
Just a strong run by Dixon there. She gets to the outside, she makes the cut, and is able to get it down to the 40-yard line. Big first down for the juniors there.
And head coach Nico Jaleen has to be pumped up about that run right there from Bridget Dixon. Less than 3 minutes remain in this first quarter. Nothing still your score. Here's the snap, a handoff to Coleman. Coleman looking for the outside, tries to break it back inside, reversing down the field. And a flag is down, but it'll stand as a loss on the play. Gianna Perez got in the backfield and blew that one up.
See what the call is.
Just a nice job by the senior defense there. I mean, Coleman had nowhere to go, even tried reversing the field, and as a result, loss on the play. Looks like the penalty will be on the juniors, so it backs them up now back into their own territory.
And at that point, you shouldn't reverse. It may look like there's an opening there, but instead it's better to just take the minimal gain instead of losing yardage by trying to reverse to the other side of the field.
Nevertheless, it'll be second down and forever. Motion by Coleman. Now double motion in the backfield. Here's Conway. Conway steps up in the pocket, fires a strike down the field. It is broken up.
Juniors were looking for a pass interference call on that one. They're not going to get one.
Well played there by the senior defense. Looked like Gianna Perez was the one that broke it up.
She's having a great game so far.
One minute remains in this first quarter. Juniors with a third and long in their own territory. If you're just joining us, I'm Jake Clark, joined by Connor Strauss. 0-0 your score in this Powder Puff. Here's Conway. Hand off to Dixon. Have to score here. Dixon working up the middle of the field, now bounces it to the near side. Dixon looking to score, and she's in. Touchdown, Bridget Dixon. So 6 points on the board there for Bridget Dixon. And it looked like a celebration from the juniors. So now we'll see if they elect to go for the 1, 2, or 3-point kick.
Another great power run from Bridget Dixon. She gets to the outside, is able to make a couple defenders miss, and just in the end get to the end zone.
Covered a lot of ground on that run. And so time has expired in this first quarter. Shea Wiley will kick eventually. But right now, as the score stands at the end of one, juniors 6, seniors nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment. We are back. So Wiley makes the kick. It looked to be a 2-point kick there.
Waiting the signal.
We're waiting for an official signal from.
All right.
Oh, it is a three-point kick. Class advisor for the seniors, Rob Strauss, signaling it is a three-point kick there from Shea Wiley. So the quarter actually ends with a 9-0 junior lead. Second quarter about to begin. The seniors will start with the ball just as they did to begin the first quarter, now down 9.
The further you get into this game, the more that those extra point attempts are going to be more valuable. It's getting those extra points on the touchdowns is really what's going to make or break the game. Aggressive approach by the juniors to go for 3, but it ended up working out in the end. I like that call from head coach Nico Jaleen to go for 3, have faith in their kicker, and it's early, so if they missed it, then they still have time to come back.
Yeah, you said it. Faith in the kicker there from the entire junior coaching staff, which consists of Nico Jaleen, Brian Healy, Ensar Yagmerkaya, Anthony Mudre, Tim Edis, Jake Spiritoso, and James Bub Hall over there on the far sideline for the juniors.
Here we'll see our first kickoff of the game. Oh, wait, no, we won't.
And a double reverse here. Looks like it's Tully. Katie Tully working and weaving through the middle of the field and is finally brought down. Mackenzie McDonald pulls the flag.
Run by Katie Tully. Flag grabbed by Mackenzie McDonald.
So a second and manageable here for the seniors after a nice run there by Katie Tully. Ball is on the 33. If you're just joining us, 9-0 juniors lead this 2023 Powder Puff. It's still anyone's game, second quarter with 14 minutes remaining. Dunning's about ready for the snap. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Solomon. Fires a strike down the field, and it is caught. Big catch there, and now a bit of a hit, but wow, what a grab. Big throw there, and a big catch.
That was our first completed pass of the game. Could be wrong.
For the
Besides
seniors.
For the seniors. So passing game starting to get more incorporated into the game. Reverse handoff for the seniors, trying to get to the outside, and they're not going to get there. Great tackle there. So it brings up second and long for the seniors.
Run by Layla Solomon, stopped by Ayanna Brown.
Ayanna Brown on the stop there against Layla Solomon, who had the big run on the first play of the game, but nothing doing there. Still a decent run, though, as the ball is on the 40.
Seniors in the huddle. Solomon comes out of the game.
Seniors now break out of the huddle. Have to get a snap off. Here's Dunnings. Dunnings fakes the handoff to Tully. Here comes a blitz. Fires a strike down the middle of the field. It's intercepted by Morgan Sims. Sims is brought down.
Juniors intercept.
Sims' flag, is brought down at the 25, but a big interception there for Morgan Sims.
Yeah, great play by the juniors there. The seniors started to take some of that momentum back, and the juniors shut it right down with that interception.
The seniors had the big pass down the field from Dunnings, but taken away by Morgan Sims the next time they tried to go through the air. So it'll be junior ball with less than 12 minutes remaining. 11:15 on the clock as the juniors are in the huddle.
First down, Juniors.
Juniors still lead at 9-0. Here's Conway. Conway takes the snap, handoff. Here's Coleman to the outside. Coleman tries to make a move. And a nice stop. Looked to be Jordan Giannotti on the stop there.
Great run by the juniors, though. Now they've got a 2nd and 5.
Let's call it a 2nd and 4 as the officials line it up on the 46. Nice little guesstimate from Strauss there. Coach Timmy Hall sprints off the field for the seniors. It looks like Morgan Sims is now taking reps at quarterback. Pitch to Coleman. Coleman still on her feet. Coleman and is finally flagged down, but deep into enemy territory. And now the juniors are in the red zone for the first time all night.
So far from the juniors, they've gotten all their offense from running the ball. So seniors are going to have to make an adjustment, or they're just going to the juniors are just going to keep running all over them. And
looks like the ball is brought back. Not sure if there was a flag on the play. Clock keeps running, 9:21 on the clock. It looks like the ball was brought back. So they'll do it again. Here's Sims. Sims fires, finds a receiver. Looks like that's Conway. So from one quarterback to another, now the juniors have a first down.
Sims to Conway.
Nice pass there by Morgan Sims. Laurel Conway, nice job of using that height for a first down. Now Sims in the shotgun. Seems as though they'll be doing a dual quarterback system here for the juniors. Not something you see very often from teams, but it's successful here. Wiley goes into motion. Snap to Sims. Sims looking, fires, finds Conway again. Touchdown, juniors! Morgan Sims fires a strike to Laurel Conway. And the juniors are up big. 2 touchdowns in.
so if the juniors can keep this lead up and bring it into halftime, they get the ball first. So they can just keep adding on to this lead. 6. And according to the scoreboard, the juniors are up 60-0.
Bit of a technical issue here. Here's Wiley to kick the extra point. She kicks this one up, and it is good for Shea Wiley. Juniors with another touchdown there. It was 15-0 before the PAT.
So it was a 3-point.
3-point extra point, so the juniors should be leading it 18-0.
Instead, they're up 60-0. So
And the score is 18 juniors, 0 seniors.
So the seniors are still with that goose egg on the scoreboard. Juniors with an 18-0 lead thanks to Morgan Sims and Laurel Conway finding that connection. 7 minutes remain for the juniors, or excuse me, the seniors to try and do anything before the half. So it is First down on the 25 for the seniors. Dunnings takes the snap. And it is Tully who is corralled quickly. Looks like Aaron Quinn was on the stop. Nice job by Quinn.
Second down, seniors.
And it is a 2nd and long for the seniors.
Seniors are still struggling to get anything going on the offensive side. Juniors are bringing the pressure, and the seniors don't know how to respond.
So the seniors break from the huddle.
Shotgun formation for the seniors. Dunnings steps back, fires. Almost picked off again by the juniors.
Incomplete pass by Wyatt Dunnings.
Yeah, Dunnings had pressure there, and it looked like she was looking for Jordan Giannotti, but nice job in coverage by the juniors. It'll bring up a 3rd and long for the seniors with 5:01 remaining in this second quarter. So the seniors got to come up with something big here if they want any shot of scoring before the half. 18-0 juniors. If you're just joining us, I'm Jake Clark with Connor Strauss here in the booth. Here is Dunnings on the 3rd and long. Dunnings looking to pass. Juniors blitz. It's Aaron Quinn. And that one is broken up by the juniors. Nice pressure from Quinn.
Incomplete pass by Wyatt Dunnings.
So it will result in a turnover on downs. The juniors will take it from their own 25.
Turnover on downs. Juniors take it from the 25.
4:10 remaining.
As they like to stop the clock. Motion to by one of the referees. Timeout, seniors.
Timeout, juniors.
Excuse me, timeout, juniors.
Timeout juniors with 4:08 remaining. Nice decision by the coaching staff as they now get to run their 4-minute offense. Juniors already up big, 18-0. Looking to add on to their already sizable lead. As
some fan interaction between the seniors and one of our workers.
So the juniors up big, 4:08 remaining with the timeout. It'll be Sims still at quarterback as they seem to like Conway out in the slot.
So handoff here for the juniors.
It's Ayanna Brown. Brown is still running up on her feet. Brown to the far side. Brown still on her feet. She's going to go all the way. Touchdown juniors. Ayanna Brown with a big run there for the juniors.
Ayanna Brown.
And we'd like to say that's exactly how the coaches drew that drive up, but a one-play touchdown. Wow, fantastic work from the juniors there.
Seniors bench is not happy right now. Stuff's being thrown all over the bench.
The juniors are kicking for 3.
So Shea Wiley back out to kick for 3. 2 for 2 to this point. Wiley's kick is up and good, and so the juniors have a 27-0 lead over the seniors. Up big, and Connor, it's just, the scoreboard says it, it's all one-sided right now.
It's all It's all juniors right now, and I mean, there's really no other way.
So the seniors looking to turn it around with 2:17 remaining. They are down 27. And really, since that first play of the game, it's been to a standstill.
And remember, it is a running clock, so 2 minutes might sound like a lot of time to get an offense going, but it's really not. They need a 1 or 2 play drive here to have any chance of getting something going.
The seniors still have their 2 60-second timeouts with this clock still running under 140 now. 135, the ball has still not been snapped. Dunnings now takes the snap. Handoff to Perez. Perez working towards the far side of the field. Perez cutting up the field. Perez past midfield. Perez cuts it back in and falls. And there's a flag. And that is not good as Perez is still down.
Play is stopped as Perez is still down.
That is the last thing you want. And just a fun, friendly game for one of the students and players to get hurt.
Everyone huddles around her. It looked like she tripped over her own teammate as she was running.
So hopefully she's okay. She's talking with class advisor of the senior class now, Rob Strauss. And Coach Victor John picks up Gianna Perez. Bridget Dixon comes over. And really in a friendly competition just between classmates, this is the last thing that you want to see.
Yeah. Hopefully she'll be okay.
That injury.
First and goal, seniors.
Senior class advisor Rob Strauss. Checking it out, looking for, maybe he's looking for a trainer.
Dunnings with the snap, rushed by Quinn, which forces up a throw, and it's broken up. Bridget Dixon with the deflection. The clock is still running now, less than a minute. And the seniors down big, but they have a shot here. 2nd and goal. Dunnings is way back in the shotgun. Clock is still running. Now takes the snap. Looking, fires, and it is incomplete.
Almost a touchdown there for the seniors. Complete pass as Mr. Shivers elects to stop the clock.
Timeout, seniors.
Seniors will take one of their timeouts.
Maybe, probably drawing up a play here. It's a big part of the game. Are they allowed to kick a field goal?
Not sure. We're going to take a look at the rule sheet. This has been in effect since 2016, it says.
Looks like, is that an injury on the field? Someone was down but got back up.
So it doesn't look like there can be field goals. So it looks like the seniors are just going to have to go for it.
It'd be cool to see field goals, though.
Well,
There's a lot
especially with the way Shea Wiley for the juniors has been kicking these 3-point extra points.
A lot of soccer players in these games. So.
Now a run to the outside. And the seniors are finally on the board.
Juniors are looking for something.
So it looks like Layla Solomon.
By the seniors, Layla Solomon.
Yes, Layla Solomon ran that one in for the seniors, who has been a major factor on the ground.
So let's see what they. There was a bit of a miscommunication as soon as the touchdown was scored. The juniors were looking for a call.
I think it had to do with the fact that the clock had not been started either way. 28.1 seconds left. Juniors still hold the advantage, 27-6.
So they're going to run the clock out. Seniors go to the other side of the field to attempt the extra point.
Looks like they're going for three-point extra point is up, and it is left short.
The kick is no good.
Lexi Berkeley couldn't get that one through the posts. So the
Seniors.
senior score will stay at 6.
Seniors finally got a break on offense and then missed the extra point. If they got that, it was a 2-possession game. As Mr. Shivers, one of our referees, signals 30 seconds to be on the clock.
Juniors still have one timeout with 30 seconds remaining. And the juniors up big, 27.
A little bit of a miscommunication in the scorer's booth.
The clock has been reset to 30 seconds. 30 seconds on the clock.
So 30 seconds for the juniors to try and get a score going into the half. Entering the huddle. And it's going to be interesting to see who they throw at quarterback, because to start the game, it was Laurel Conway.
Seemed like Morgan Sims was more productive in the passing game, though.
And that's who they'll stick with. I think they like Conway as a receiver as well. Here is Sims. Handoff to Dixon. Dixon racing towards the near sideline. Dixon still on her feet, cuts it back towards the middle of the field. Dixon with a big run. Dixon still on her feet. Dixon bouncing it outside, and there's a flag down.
Big run by Bridget Dixon. There is a flag on the play.
And it looks like another senior player is down.
Looks like my guess is illegal block in the back. There were 2 seniors down.
So a big run there for the juniors, but there was a flag, so it looks like it'll be on the juniors. It'll back it up. There's 14 seconds on the clock for the juniors.
14 seconds set on the clock. I repeat, 14 seconds set on the clock.
So 14 seconds flat for the juniors. They're around midfield at the 49 in their own territory. Sims in the shotgun, Coleman to her right. 2 wideouts to each side. And here's the snap. They'll give it to Coleman. Coleman racing. Coleman close to the end zone. Coleman still on her feet, and she is in. Looks like it'll be a touchdown for the juniors as the alarm sounds on the scoreboard signaling halftime. But it is no touchdown. The seniors got the stop.
There is no touchdown on the play.
Seniors got the stop, so that is a big stop for them going into halftime, or the damage could have been catastrophic. The score will stand as it is, 27-6. Juniors lead the seniors in this Powder Puff contest under the lights.
That is the end.
The halftime show
The juniors are leading the seniors, 27-6.
will begin, and we'll have live video coverage of that. Jay Clark, Connor Strauss will be back when the halftime break is over. And welcome back, everybody, to the 2023 Powder Puff game between the class of 2023 seniors versus the class of 2024 juniors. I'm joined by Dan Leakin now here on the air. Dan, just a bit of a one-sided affair in that first half.
It really has. I mean, I was PA announcing for the first half, and it really just seemed like I was saying juniors touchdown a little bit more than I was saying seniors touchdown. And I think it's been a lot lopsided with the offense. I think the seniors defense hasn't been keeping up with Bridget Dixon, who has had some pretty big runs this game. And honestly, if this continues, the juniors may have a pretty easy game just to close out.
I mean, it was a great job by the juniors, not only on the ground, but in the air. They had Laurel Conway start the game at quarterback, switched over to Morgan Sims, having the dual quarterback system, and they really have that connection, Sims to Conway in the slot. Conway with a nice couple catches, one for a touchdown. As the halftime break is now over, we saw the junior cheerleaders perform. That was a nice performance.
I have to say it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Another thing that's been going on, speaking of that, Laurel Conway, Morgan Sims, they've definitely been the MVPs along with Bridget Dixon. Morgan Sims really had a big pick in the middle of, I think it was the first quarter, and it really just kind of set the tone for the rest of the game and how it was going. And Laurel Conway, just all-around athlete on the field. She really knows how to throw the ball. She knows how to catch it. She's been doing great. She's been doing everything, or a lot of it, for this junior squad.
So both teams come out ready.
Senior class advisor Ron Strauss will be running until the seniors score a touchdown.
So it looks like the juniors will start with the ball. We'll see who lines up at quarterback to start the second half. It looks like it'll be Laurel Conway.
Starting in 3, 2, 1.
We're hearing that senior advisor, Mr. Strauss, is going to be running until the seniors score a touchdown. This could be the entire game, or it could be maybe in a few minutes. Jake, what do you think?
Well, it depends. I mean, the juniors start with the ball here, and off goes Mr. Strauss. Here is Conway. Conway in the shotgun. Hands off to Ayanna Brown. Now a reverse to Dixon. Dixon evades a defender. Dixon now cuts it back to the middle of the field. Dixon is brought down around the 35-yard line.
You know, that was a ferocious run from Bridget there. And honestly, maybe didn't get the yard she wanted, but honestly, I think she ran with a lot of power there, and she did a phenomenal job with that play.
And that was a good sign there, as Gianna Perez was the one to flag down Bridget Dixon back in the game after what seemed to be a scary injury on the turf. Second down, Conway drops back, looking, pump fakes, fires, and it is caught by Shea Wiley. Wiley moving across the middle of the field and is brought down. It'll be third and short for the juniors.
Called by Shea Wiley, game 11, 3rd and short.
So it'll be a 3rd and 2 for the juniors, and you got to think they're probably going to go on the ground with that phenomenal ground attack.
I mean, they've been doing great with Bridget Dixon so far. She's been really the exclamation point on this this running offense. And honestly, she's been doing a phenomenal job. As Laurel Conway lining up, waiting for the snap here. And she takes it. And it was a fake to Bridget, but Ayanna has it right now. And she is taken down. It looks like the juniors have gotten the first down.
Big pickup there by Ayanna Brown. They faked the reverse. And this offense right now just beating the seniors either through the air, on the ground, doesn't really matter here. And what's fascinating about it is they're doing it with a dual quarterback system.
That is pretty phenomenal. And honestly, I think this has, I mean, it's high school, it's Powder Puff, but I do think the experience from Nico Jeline on the sideline there, his football experience is really brought into this offense and defense, and it's showing how smart he is as a coordinator and as a football player.
And you got to think when Conway's out there, they seem to be running the ball a little more. With Sims, it looks like they're more to pass. As here's Conway. Conway looking, steps up in the pocket, fires a strike down the field, and it is intercepted Picked off by Layla Solomon. Solomon still racing down the field past the 50. Solomon still on her feet and is tracked down by Erin Quinn. But a huge momentum shift there as Solomon probably ran about 30 yards with that interception, puts the seniors in a phenomenal spot in enemy territory with a 1st and goal.
Layla Solomon, I mean, what a heads-up play that was. She saw the ball, and she made a play. And she was bobbing and weaving through the other team, and she was really doing a good job running with that ball, getting those few extra yards that the seniors need. This is big. Senior advisor, Mr. Strauss, maybe stopping his run a little early here, Jake.
It seems to be that way, but still they have to capitalize. And I'm not sure where he is on the track right now. And he's coming around for lap 1, just taking a light jog.
You know, Strauss being a part of that half marathon team, big congratulations to them. Was a little bit ago, but still a phenomenal feat for any human individual. As Maya takes the snap, handoff to Gianna Perez here, and she's bobbing and weaving through defense here, and she is still going. There's a flag on the play. She is going, and that is a touchdown for the seniors. Gianna Perez, what a phenomenal play. Way to bob and weave through the defense, but there is a flag on the play.
Flag is down, and by the looks of it, it's coming back. Great run by Perez, but unfortunately, it's going to be coming back. The seniors will have to try again.
Mr. Strauss keeps jogging.
It was almost over. He's now at 1.5 laps, it seems. The score still stands. Clock is ticking. 10:15. It is 27-6.
The seniors moving back here, probably starting around 40. Maya Dunning's lining up for the snap here.
So Dunning's in the shotgun. 1 receiver to the left, 3 to the right. It's a fake pitch to Solomon. Dunning's heaves one up, and it is caught down the field. Big throw, touchdown, seniors. Dunning's to Balgoblin.
And the sideline for the seniors is going crazy as senior class advisor Mr. Strauss finally stops his run, showboats to the other sideline. And that was a great throw by Maya Dunnings. Really threw that across the field there to a wide open receiver. Was just a phenomenal play for the seniors.
And the seniors have gone to that connection a couple times. Dunning to Balgoblin. They had the one play that took up a big chunk of yardage earlier in that first half, right down the middle of the field.
Just a phenomenal, phenomenal play by the seniors. We're going to see if they get the kick here.
This time, the kick is, once again, no good. So the score will remain 27-12. The juniors lead, but the seniors take a little bit of a cut into that big junior lead.
And Jake, do you think that these misses on these field goals are going to come back and impact the seniors later in the game?
Well, right now you're looking at it. They're down big already. You gave away 6 free points. Could have been an extra 2, and you could be looking at a 27-14 game. That's still a 2-possession game. Shea Wiley's quietly been 3 for 3 on the 3-point attempts, which is not going unnoticed in the broadcast booth here.
She is really having a great game. Really, on the special team side of the ball, really doing well for this junior squad as they come back to offense, hoping to score another one. But Mr. Strauss finally stops his jog. Jake, how many laps do you think that was?
I think it was around 2 laps.
And we go into this one wondering who the QB is. It will be Laurel once again. We will see if they go with an on-the-ground offense or if they're going to sling it through the air, because last time she threw a pick.
Here is Quinn. Quinn racing up the far sideline. Quinn with a big chunk of yardage there. Looks like it'll be down at the 40, though, as one of the senior defenders got her a little early, but she continued to run.
We see Quinn in a lot of sports, soccer and basketball notably, and she is a very fast runner. I'm really surprised that this junior offense hasn't used her legs a little bit more.
Well, they've used Nyla Coleman and Ayanna Brown in the backfield.
And Bridget Dixon for a few notable runs as well.
Seems like they're going with a four-headed dragon, so to speak, in that backfield. It looks like Dixon will line up in the slot. Could see a reverse here. Conway takes the snap. Dixon gets the handoff. Dixon moving up that left side of the field. Dixon on the far side skirts across the 50 and is brought down in enemy territory. Looks to be a first down. We'll see where they spot it. And official Mr. Shivers gives the go-ahead first down, Juniors. Big run there by Bridget Dixon.
Yeah, definitely a drive keeper, trying to keep it alive. And, you know, that run could have been easily diminished, but with Bridget Dixon's speed and her vision, it just really, it kept it going. And she got that first down for the junior squad.
And it was a nice team effort on the blocking on that far side of the field to give Dixon some space to weave in and out and past defenders, and gives the juniors now a first and long.
And honestly, a good job by the senior defense making sure that that run was diminished very quickly, because that could have been very dangerous if it kept going, eventually maybe even leading to a touchdown.
Conway still sticking at quarterback, looks to throw. Conway fires, finds Sims. Sims cuts it back and still has her flags. Two junior players. A little slow to get up. But a nice catch there by Morgan Sims, and I think the cutback was even better. And she managed to keep all of the flags there. Big throw, big catch. And it comes back to the two quarterbacks. It doesn't matter which one's throwing or which one's catching. The juniors are doing something right with Laurel Conway and Morgan Sims.
Again, I think going back to the coaching experience from Nico, he really can put this two-headed dragon together, and they are doing a phenomenal job over on that sideline. Those coaches know what they're doing.
Conway drops back to pass. A little bit of a screen here to Dixon. Dixon working towards the far side. Does she get in the end zone? Yes, she does. Touchdown, Juniors. So Conway gets one through the air on the screen pass to Bridget Dixon. And they're gonna row the boat.
They are going to row the boat, indeed. What a phenomenal play by Bridget Dixon there, just really using her vision and, you know, that speed from all her sports, as well as Erin Quinn, you know, soccer and basketball and lacrosse. She really is a phenomenal athlete in general, and it just shows here at this Powder Puff game, seeing what she's doing to this senior defense.
So 33-12, the juniors lead it. And it looks like they're going to go back to Shea Wiley, hoping to go 4 for 4.
Shea Wiley in this game has been perfect so far. We're going to see if that holds up. I don't think that's going to change. I think it's going to be a nice little 4 for 4 from Shea here, but she is doing a phenomenal job.
So Wiley set to kick for 3. Kick is up and wide left. And Dan's first ever announcer jinx comes to fruition. So the score will stay right where it is, 33-12.
I would like to apologize to the juniors. I would like to apologize to Mrs. Walsh. That jinx was not supposed to come true. But regardless of that, Shea Wiley has still been phenomenal this game.
And a time-consuming drive there from the juniors. Now less than 3 minutes remain. 2:45 and counting.
And honestly, I think on both sides of the ball, sorry, Jake, the juniors have been just phenomenal. And I think that if this continues, they're gonna take this game away.
Just joining us, we have some Powder Puff action in the third quarter. The juniors up big, 33-12, but the seniors still time to come back with another quarter left to play. I'm Jake Clark, joined by Dan Leakin here in the booth for Channel 19. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout. So 2:10 is the official signal for a timeout.
And a big shout out to both of the officials on the field today. They've been doing a phenomenal job together, and really just keeping this game under control with the injuries and the celebrations. Both teams' tempers have been under control, and I think that has a lot to do with the officials on the field. So big hand to those guys out in the field. We appreciate what you guys do.
We see the scoreboard here, 2:10 with the clock stopped. It is 33-12. Juniors lead it. So the seniors now with the ball. Maya Dunnings still at quarterback. And the seniors have had a lot of success on the ground, not so much through the air, but when they do, it's been Dunnings to Balgoblin.
And I mean,
Balgoblin, excuse me.
That throw was just phenomenal for Maya, and she really stepped back and just laid a phenomenal pass. And it was a great catch by, I think it was by Goblin, and she just ran right into the end zone. It was like a free pass.
Pitch here, and now a flea flicker. A pass fired down the field, and it's intercepted. Juniors pick it off. And a tough break, one play turnover there for the seniors. The flea flicker comes back to bite them. And the junior bench is fired up.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. The junior bench is really fired up, and the senior bench looks diminished. They look like their fire has been put out.
Still a lot of game left, but the juniors will take over in enemy territory.
Solomon pass is intercepted. That brings up juniors ball.
And the juniors' offense has just been on fire between the dynamic duo through the air between Conway and Sims. Doesn't matter which one's throwing it or catching it. And on the ground, it's been the four-headed monster of Coleman, Brown, Quinn, and Dixon.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just been great watching these guys play out there. And I'm really just excited for this next quarter just to see, how far they can go, how many points they can score. But if the seniors want to get back into this, they got to light a spark because it does not look like they have any fight.
Conway takes the snap, fires, and it is caught by Aaron Quinn out of the backfield. That's Shea Wiley. And Wiley is brought down just short of the goal line, but a nice reception there by Shea Wiley. I believe that's her third reception of the game.
Man, Shea Wiley really showing those wheels out there. She was running. She had blazing speed out there.
It's going to be like a second and goal on the goal line pretty much. Conway takes the snap, hands it off. Flag is down. It'll stand right now as a touchdown for the juniors as the clock hits zeros.
Touchdown, juniors.
There was a very early flag on the play. As they're going for a bit of a celebration here, I don't think anyone realizes the flag.
I think the flag was on the seniors. The flag seems to be on the seniors as Coach Anthony Mudre and Ensar Yagmerkaya are fired up. They get the cheerleaders out on the field. The clock hit all zeros. So right now as it stands, it's 39-12. We'll see if Wiley can knock through the extra point.
Not going to say anything this time. I do not want to jinx her. I'm not even going to touch it.
I believe Bridget Dixon was the one that ran in that touchdown.
It was, and she's just been incredible this entire game, and we continue to talk about her, but as we talk about her, she continues to put points on the board, and I think that causes a lot of reason for discussion.
Wiley's extra point is up and good. 4 for 5 on the day on extra points for Shea Wiley.
I guess we can call it 4 for 4 and minus a jinx. I think
4 for 4 with an asterisk.
Yes, 4 for 4 with an asterisk. I think that's the correct way to put it in the book.
So Shea Wiley on extra points alone has accounted for 12 points herself. Not too shabby.
That is not shabby at all, and this scoreboard is ticking and ticking and ticking.
And it is one-sided. So we take a look at good crowd on hand. All of the fans are in the away bleachers.
It's an amazing crowd for this event, and really bringing the energy. And I just want to shout out the junior cheerleaders. They are really pumping the crowd up big time. They're doing a great job out there. Their halftime show was great, and they are fired up for their team today.
Score stands at the end of 3, 42-12 in favor of the juniors. Seniors have a tough mountain to climb, but the fourth quarter still awaits.
Jake, what do you think that this senior squad needs to really get a spark and maybe make a fourth quarter comeback?
I think the seniors really just got to get the passing game going to somebody else besides Balgobin, because right now it's just been Dunnings to Balgobin. They need to find somebody else. Down 30, got to start passing more.
And I think one thing to note is there hasn't been the best play calling from these seniors either. And you could see that the juniors are really mixing up the playbook. But when it comes to these seniors, they've been kind of running same basic plays. And after a while, I think defensive coordinator Anthony Moudry can really figure out how to stop that and how to put an end to that senior run, senior pass terror.
So once again, if you're just joining us, Jay Clark, Dan Leakin, fourth quarter action of this Powder Puff begins. Here's Dunnings, and they are going to heave it down the field, and that one right into the arms of Morgan Sims. Another one-play turnover, and Sims is flagged down at the 35 the 35 in enemy territory.
Jake, what were they doing with that play? That seemed to end up right in Morgan Sims' breadbasket.
I mean, just looked like a bit of an overthrow there from Dunnings, and there's not much you can do. I mean, you got to air it out down 30. And now we'll see if the juniors can tack on a couple more points to that 30-point lead. Clock is still running as we are at 13:40 in this fourth quarter. They're going to go back to Sims now at quarterback.
What an interesting change here. I mean, Conway has been there the past couple drives, and she's been great, but now Morgan Sims at QB. Let's see what head coach Nico Jeline has in store for this offense, seeing what differences will be made in the passing and throwing game. Seems to be a little bit of a miscommunication, on the sideline here as they snap.
Sims moves up in the pocket, is looking, is blitzed, fires over the middle of the field. It's bobbled around, and it's intercepted by the seniors. And the seniors get the takeaway they need, and they are still racing down the field. It is Solomon with the interception, her second of the game. She has still not been flagged down. And a big momentum change. Layla Solomon, her second interception of the game.
Jake, she has been one person who has been very underlooked in this game. She has had a few big plays for this senior team, and that being one of them. She is doing mostly everything for this senior team, along with a few other people as well.
And now, not a good sight. Layla Solomon still on the turf after that interception. Hopefully she's all right. And we were talking about it in that first half, just friendly competition between the juniors and the seniors, really nothing on the line but bragging rights. Don't really want to see any of the students hurt. So hopefully Solomon is able to continue to play.
Yeah, and we still have a few, spring sports going on. We're going to be leading into some fall sports, summer practices and all that. We really don't want anyone here getting hurt. We want the best available for every team that comes into Sterling.
Still playoff season for a couple teams here. Looks like Solomon is still able to continue.
That's an amazing sign.
Clock runs, it is stopped at 12:29. Big takeaway for the seniors. Can they capitalize? It's now Grace Miller at quarterback, hands it off to Katie Tully. And Tully is stopped quickly for a minimal gain. Coaches are going to hustle. It looks like C.J. Mundell, Timmy Hall, and Ethan Revadis will be calling the plays. Hunter Jewell will be calling the plays.
I think that was a great quarterback change. I mean, Maya Dunnings had her respective plays, but I think it was time to get a new face in there, maybe to set fire to the senior team.
So here is Miller, who was warming up on the near sideline during the half. Miller drops back, looking, no blitz yet, fires towards the sideline. It is broken up by Morgan Sims. There's that name again.
It just seems like we're saying all these junior names over and over again, but they have been the difference maker to these teams.
Seniors in the huddle. Clock ticking. 11:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Can they spark a comeback after the Solomon interception? It seems as though there was confusion in the huddle, and it looks like C.J. Mundell has to take over the coaching duties.
Jake, I don't know if we're seeing the same thing here, but Gianna Perez is on the sideline without her flags on.
Nevertheless, here's a run and a nice stop there. For the juniors, now some confusion. Looks like it'll be second down and goal.
I don't think Gianna Perez is going to come back into this game for the rest of the game here, and I think that's a big blow for the seniors. I think she was a big difference maker. She was one of the names that we were saying a few times for these seniors, and I think her not coming back, she looks like she's limping. She's getting help by I think that's Victor John on the sideline. I think it's a blow. I think it's a big blow for the seniors, but I hope they can return, maybe come back with a score here. We're gonna have to see what the coaches come up with, and defense coordinator Anthony Mudry for the juniors comes up with.
Juniors are put in a tough spot here. Backs against the wall. Clock is still running. 9:45 in the fourth quarter. Here comes Mundell trying to make a last-minute adjustment for this play. It actually looks as though it was a turnover on downs. So Morgan Sims to take the snap for the juniors. The juniors have the ball. Here is Coleman. Coleman bouncing it out to the far side. Coleman using that blazing speed. She's now at the 50. Coleman still on her feet and is brought down or flagged down around senior 45-yard line. It is a first down for the juniors. And what of a turn of events that was.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't expecting that at all up here in the booth. We had no clue what was going on. But, I mean, we sure found out quick. Coleman's speed really was fast. I mean, I personally had a hard time tracking her around the field because she was lightning fast there. But at the same time, we had no clue what was going on up here.
So the senior defense needs a stop if they want any shot of coming back. Here is Sims. Sims steps up, fires. It is caught by Conway. Conway almost caught that off the ground.
What a catch by Laurel Conway. I mean, you said it best. She almost caught it off the ground. I mean, that throw was a little low by her feet, but wow, what a magnificent play by Laurel there.
I guess the approach was Sims put it where only her receiver could get it, and Conway with a fantastic catch. Trillo with the flag at the end of that play.
And Laurel has a lot of a taller frame than a lot of the girls on the field. So making that play by her legs, just a phenomenal play for someone with her height. And, I mean, just sensational play.
2nd and goal for the juniors. They're lined up on the 25. They have 5 yards to go. There's a flag tossed. And here is Sims. Sims, bit of a confusion, now rolls out to the right side. Sims fires. It is dropped.
I mean, you could tell there was a little bit of confusion after the snap. Bridget Dixon had her hands up in a shrug. I mean, I don't think anyone knew what was going on there. But honestly, good looks by Morgan Sims to just improvise. She made something out of nothing, I guess you could say.
Play broke down, and she rolled out to the right, just looking for anybody. Nice job by Dixon just being heads up. Just not able to corral that one. So it's 3rd and goal. The juniors got to score. They turn it over, and they'll give it to Coleman, who bounces it out to the left side, and Coleman is in for the touchdown. So another junior score. That is Nyla Coleman.
Her and Bridget Dixon have really been, I'm going to use a bit of an NFL reference here, the Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell of this squad. And they've just been just back and forth, and the seniors just have no answer to what this offense has been doing.
Another good run there from Coleman. Will put the juniors up 51-12. Wow.
That is a score.
So Wiley trots out to attempt another extra point.
And this offense, I mean, under head coach Jolene, and I'm going to say it again, his experience is just out of this world. You can see him with the visor out there talking to his players. I think he really puts a spark in this team. And, I mean, that whole sideline with Ensar, Anthony, Brian, Tim, and they're just doing a great job as the kick is good.
So Wiley 5 for 6 on the day. That'll now make it 51-12.
I mean,
and just a tough one today for the seniors. Just not much going their way.
But this is a very entertaining game to watch. I think the viewers at home are having a great time. I can see, other than the seniors, everyone here is having a great time, and we're having a great time here in the booth. And it's just been a phenomenal experience. Bragging rights is fun. It's just a fun night.
Been flat out fun, except for a couple of injuries, which you got to hope both Solomon and Coleman, or excuse me, not Coleman, Perez are good on the senior side. Coleman Coleman scored the touchdown, and that's why that name is still in my head.
It's all right, Jake.
Perez did not come right back. Solomon came right back. So we'll see. And now Dunnings is back at quarterback. She's looking. Fakes. And now a flea flicker once again. It's Blanchard. And another interception off the flea flicker. Guess who? Morgan Sims. Same play, same result. Two interceptions on the same drawn-up play by the seniors by Morgan Sims.
I think Ensar Yagamerkaya just hit an emote on the seniors. I mean, that just shows how this game has been going. But big shout-out to Anthony Mudry. I heard that he was the defensive coordinator for this junior squad, and, man, he is doing great. So big shout-out to that coaching staff, especially Anthony.
I know Anthony Mudry, I believe Tim Edis, and Ensar Yagmerkaya are on that defensive side of the ball. So nice work on the defense. Nice work on the offense. I'll list off all the junior coaches. Head coach Nico Jolene, you got Brian Healy, Ensar Yagmerkaya, Anthony Mudry, Tim Edis, Jake Spiritoso, and James Bub Hall. Just a phenomenal job by every single one of those guys, and a phenomenal job by the junior girls out there who really took it to the seniors tonight. It'll be first and goal. Sims, pitch to Dixon. Dixon gets it outside, and Dixon will work her way out of bounds there.
I think this game for the juniors, as we were talking about earlier with the bragging rights, the seniors are leaving a little soon. We're going to miss them all very much. But I think for the last month or so that the seniors are here, I do think the juniors are really going to give it to them with this one. I mean, it's been total domination.
And usually you don't get a shot to go 2-0 in Powder Puff games. Usually the juniors are the ones that come out and lose, and then they win their senior year against the next coming junior class. But next year, it should be a very interesting game between this team of juniors that will be seniors versus the sophomores that will be juniors. A lot of athletes on both sides.
Yeah, for the sophomores, I mean, you got people like Ireland Kay and Tony Troilo, and they really, and Cami Rivadis, and all, like, they just bring the heat, every single one. But this team especially, Shay Wiley, Bridget Dixon, just a bunch of people on this team, and I think it really will be a good head-to-head match. My team against Jake's team, class of 2025 against 2024.
Should be a good one, but we'll have to wait for next year. Let's get back to the gridiron. 2:14 remaining on the clock. The juniors trying to tack on to this blowout. Sims, handoff. And Maribellis Camacho brought down quickly.
That's a surprise. I mean, normally these runs have been huge, long breakout runs, but that one got stopped very quickly, which is good for the seniors. They're adjusting with time.
So we have a timeout for the seniors with 1:47. The seniors doing anything they can. So now out of the huddle are both groups.
Guys, how you doing?
We're doing fantastic,
Good.
Mr. K, as he joins us here in the booth.
All right, we'll let you do this play. Here's this play. Here we go, play.
And it is a run.
Flea
And
flicker.
another touchdown for the juniors.
Is that Bridget Dixon again?
I
Again.
think so. Just no mercy
Her
from
name,
the juniors.
Her name has been said more than anyone's. They are showing no mercy against the seniors. And as they showboat in the end zone, just shows like this game has been complete.
They were chanting, "We want 60. We want 60."
Oh,
so
wow.
I was so they got 50. So I guess a three-point field goal here can give them 60. All right, well, what I wanted to stop in and let you know, you want to do post-game show, right?
Yes, sir.
I guess Bridget's going to be one of them. I'm going to run a mic down there for you, but eventually you're going to have to get over the fence here. I'll make sure we get Bridget and a couple of the girls over to talk. You're going to interview them, though, all right?
Sounds
All
good
right,
to
I'm
me.
setting it up for you right now, so just get yourself set.
So we will have a post-game show to follow. So it looks like it'll be Shay Wiley once again.
And I think with this game, I think the juniors get to go home with a big smile on their face leading into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And I think this is a great way to end off the week for them. And seniors, not so much, but it's just a game. It's friendly competition, and I think both sides are having fun. I hope everyone with injuries is completely okay. We don't want that happening, especially on campus against each other. But I think everyone is having fun. I think this is a great time, great experience for everyone.
So Wiley gets set. Kick is up, and kick is good. So the juniors get their 60 with 6.2 seconds left. Juniors lead at 60-12. And Coach McDonald texting Mr. K saying Bridget Dixon is that good.
And here they come, the juniors coming to showboat on that side, looking up to us. I mean, they're doing great. Here comes Anthony Mudry. I think he has water pulled over. He's either sweating or he has water pulled over.
That's got to be the Gatorade.
Man, he is
And
drenched.
The clock sounds, and the final score, juniors with the 60-piece over the seniors with 12.
Man, what a game. What a game. I think we both can agree Bridget Dixon definitely the MVP of this game. Unsung hero Morgan Sims, though. She had a great game. Very big plays from her. But, you know, the seniors go home and frown. But, I mean, the juniors have a big smile on their face, showboating everywhere. But the first person out there showing his leadership is Nico, shaking hands with everyone.
So that'll do it. We'll have a post-game show for you in just a moment. Jay Clark, Dan Leakin, juniors take this one in big fashion, 60-12, your final. We'll be back with a post-game show in just a moment.
And Mr. K and Dan are back here. We're attempting to get a post-game show. Are you surprised at how big this score was tonight?
I am, Kay. I have to say, I am very surprised. I thought, there's great, phenomenal athletes on both sides. There's amazing athletes. I thought this was going to be a lot closer than it was. But, I mean, a bunch of names we said already. I'm not going to repeat them. I think everyone in the audience knows who they are. Really showed up and showed out tonight. And honestly, what me and Jake were talking about up here, there's a great matchup next year between his class and my class.
Oh, boy.
We got.
Look out. Well, you're saying you got some players who can play, huh?
I think we do. I think that we could take the crown next year from this juniors and make them 1-1, not 2-0.
All right, again, what we're doing, we're attempting to get you a post-game show with some of our young ladies here. I know Jake is out on the field. He's actually there. You see Jake right there. He's great. Bridget is used to being on with us, so that should be no problem. Let's see who else he's got.
He's got Morgan Sims and Laurel Conway out there as he's getting a big high five from Nico.
Again, special shout out to Coach McDonald checking us out here. Here comes the microphone.
Looking like the quarterback duo of the century coming to take this interview with Jake. Maybe you couldn't find Bridget, but I think we got a very solid duo coming up here with Jake on the track.
Let's see if we can get his mic on a second. Is the switch on? Talk now.
And we are now joined by the dual quarterback system in Laurel Conway and Morgan Sims. Phenomenal win, 60-12. What was the mindset coming into tonight's contest?
I think the mindset just was to play as best as we can, obviously to win, and obviously to win by a lot.
Match up evenly and play who we are. So.
Work together.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And it seemed like when you were playing quarterback, it was more a run-dominated offense, and when you were the quarterback, it seemed to go through the air. Was that planned, or is that something that just happened through the flow of the game?
It wasn't really planned, but it was just kind of what was working, so we kind of were using our strengths.
Yeah.
So
We're scoring every quarter, so we just went with it after. So
Obviously scoring every quarter, 60-12. This definitely has to feel good. The 60-piece, we heard you guys chanting about it. How does it feel to finally get that 60?
feels really good. Seniors were kind of talking a lot of trash, so
yeah, they're talking some trash, I guess. But 60, we're about to go 80 next year, so.
Bold statement there. Thank you, ladies. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
And I'll be hustling around trying to get who I can. We'll send it back to the booth real quick.
All right, thank you very much, Jake. We'll kind of watch what's going on. Here comes the If you see like the big
The
celebration,
entourage
Yeah.
of juniors coming over just to hug their two superstars here. And Jake is grabbing, it looks like Shea Wiley, and maybe looking for another person, but as of right now, I'm looking at Shea Wiley that Jake has, and she had a phenomenal game, went 5 for 6 or 5 for 5 without the jinx, and he actually has Shea Wiley and Bridget Dixon as they're bringing them over here. We're about to send it back down to Jake.
We're now joined with Shea Wiley and Bridget Dixon. Shea, 5 for 6 on the extra point attempts. The miss, we're going to give credit to Dan. Dan jinxed you in the booth. So 5 for 5 with an asterisk. But talk about big points in that 60 piece. Talk about it from the boot.
So we practiced this a lot, and I knew that this would be my biggest struggle because everyone's in my head. Like, I got to get them out of my head. So I just had to take a big, deep breath. And I have Bridget here with me.
I trust her no matter what, though, so it don't matter.
Which helped with everything.
I knew she was going to make them.
'Cause she relaxed me, and then I just knew I had to just kick it.
And Bridget, phenomenal game on the ground. Talk about your ability to weave in and out of defenders.
No, I want to be able to do it without my whole team blocking for me. Yeah, let's go. It's a team effort.
We got the whole
I just want to say, we put up 60 on them. They suck, or everything else suck, or everything they suck, or everything.
And it's seeming like the mic's cut out here. We're going to see if Jake can get it back. But they are celebrating. Oh, it's coming back.
Do one more thing. We were looking for our game ball. Right. Goes to Shea Wiley.
And that's on period.
We're going to keep it quiet for a little bit. They're really celebrating down there, but the mic was getting a little too loud. Jake's trying to survive. He has Ben next to him. I'm going to send it back down.
Now we're going to talk to Coach Anthony Mudry.
Anthony. Watch out my glory shot. How you doing, Jake?
Anthony, give us a bit of the coaching perspective. We heard you guys chanting for the 60. How does it feel to finally get the 60 and really take it to the senior class?
You know, we've been working hard all week. 2-a-day practices, running real defenses, real offenses. You know, we've been working hard. Big shout out to Nico, Bub, and Jake running a great offense, and then Ensar, Timmy, Brian, and me with a great defense. You know, only letting them up 12 points. You know, that's something spectacular. You know, you can only ask for a team like this every once in a while. It's just a full team of great athletes. Thanks.
And
shout out to the cheerleaders. Thank y'all. Y'all are awesome.
Cheerleaders did great well.
Yeah, we did.
and we were really highlighting the dynamic duo in the passing game between Laurel Conway and Morgan Sims, and then that four-headed monster you had on the ground between Coleman, Brown, Dixon, and Quinn. Give us a little insight on how you're able to take both the passing game and the run game to your advantage.
Well, you see,
all right, guys, just a friendly reminder, about 10 minutes, the stadium lights will
as you know,
automatically shut off. So
we
please
ran
make your
everything. We
preparations
were ready
and
for any
picking up your
preparations.
belongings and
If
personal
Laurel or
items
Morgan
exiting from
weren't
the
able to get the
field.
ball
Please
over the
keep in
top,
mind
which
in
today,
about 10
Laurel
minutes, the stadium lights
arm
will
wasn't too strong today, but you know what? We got it done on the ground. Points on the board, still points on the board, regardless of how it gets there. It's as simple as that.
And speak for the entire junior class when we say, how does this feel for the bragging rights for about the last month of school?
It feels fantastic, walking into school every day, getting told that we're going to get stomped on. That just added some fuel to the fire, to be honest. It's as simple as that. They wanted to talk trash. They weren't ready. I want to give a big shout out to the great coach, Rick Weiss. He gave me a lot of heads up, and especially Mr. Wiley. He was through every step of the way. I ran some defensive plays by him. It was simple. It was quite simple to run some defense. Offense had a little harder time, but, simple as that.
Thank you, Anthony. Great win.
Get some.
We're going to send it back up to the booth. Dan?
All right, everyone, and that seems to be it for today. I am Danny Legan. I'm assisted by Jake. I am also here with Mr. K, Jensen Strauss, Mr. Manlove, and we have Mason outside. That'll be it for our broadcast today. Everyone have an amazing night. Love my parents.